It's rare for folks to get hyped for a mid-cycle refresh, but the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Highland isn't just a middle-aged nip and tuck. 6 years into its life cycle, a stage at which most competitors enter a new generation, Tesla revamped the Model 3, fixing many of its customers' most ardent complaints. Though much attention will undoubtedly be paid to the dual-motor long-range model, our testing demonstrates you shouldn't sleep on the base standard range single-motor 2024 Tesla Model 3. We've covered the changes made to the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Highland being the car's internal code name, ad nauseum, but allow us to quickly refresh your mind on the changes as they relate to Tesla's entry-level electric sedan. Like its dual-motor big brother, the base model sports a sleek new Roadster-inspired front end, revised tail lamps, and minor changes on all panels save for the rear quarter panels and doors. Inside, the new Model 3 Highland takes a step up market, replacing faux wood trim with fancy cloth, and old single-pane windows with dual-pane glass that blocks out wind and road noise better. The Highland also gets a new small-diameter steering wheel complete with buttons to replace the stock's Tesla-deleted transmission buttons on the ceiling, though Tesla no doubt hopes you'll swipe to shift on the Model 3's 15-inch infotainment display instead. New LED accents, and an 8-inch infotainment display on the back of the center console for rear passengers. Functionally, however, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Highland for now remains largely unchanged from the non-Highland 2023 model. In our single-motor standard range Model 3's case, that means it sports a CATL-sourced 60.9 kilowatt-hour battery pack and a single rear-mounted permanent magnet motor good for 257 horsepower and 266 lb-ft of torque. EPA results are pending, but we suspect the car will score about 261 miles of driving range on a full charge. The biggest mechanical changes are found at the car's four corners. All Model 3 Highland models now sport frequency-dependent dampers and new knuckles to improve ride quality and handling, with the steering system seeing some minor changes as well. How fast is it? At the track, the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Highland standard range performed well, though there's room for improvement. The new rear-drive Model 3 accelerated from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a respectable 5.6 seconds and on through the quarter mile in 14.1 seconds at 102.0 miles per hour. That's a hair slower than the last rear-drive Model 3 we tested, a 2019 Standard Range Plus, which zipped from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 5.0 seconds and through the quarter mile in 13.5 seconds at 104.9 miles per hour. The 2019 Model 3 Standard Range Plus S more powerful motor, 283 ponies and 307 lb-ft of torque, plays a part in creating that gap, but so does the Model 3 Highland's weight. Despite similar equipment levels, the rear-drive 2024 Model 3 Highland weighs 3,884 pounds compared to the 2019 car's 3,553-pound curb weight. We suspect batteries are primarily the reason why. The 2019 car sported a smaller 54 kilowatt-hour unit with lighter nickel-cobalt aluminum NCA chemistry. Base model Highlands sport a larger 60.9 kilowatt-hour pack with lithium iron phosphate LFP chemistry, which makes for a heavier, less energy-dense, and cheaper-to-produce battery. This is largely due to their lack of nickel and cobalt, as both metals can come from conflict-prone regions of the world. But we digress. Despite its weight disadvantage, the Highland Model 3 standard range performed admirably in our braking and handling tests. There's a big, fat asterisk stuck on these results, though. Our European spec test car came wearing the summer tire that's standard overseas. In America, buyers will get all-season tires. If you want your 2024 Model 3 to match the numbers you're about to read, you'll likely have to make a tire upgrade. The summer tire shod 2024 model needed just 115 feet to stop in our 60 to 0 miles per hour test, 13 feet shorter than the 2019 car's stopping distance. It also managed to pull 0.87 G average on the skid pad versus 0.84 G. Its figure-8 run was particularly impressive, lapping our course in 26.1 seconds at 0.70 G average versus 26.4 at 0.69 G for the 2019 car. With some recalibration of the traction and stability control systems, or perhaps just a sport mode, the car could be even quicker, as the Model 3 either reduces or delays power delivery when the steering wheel is anything but straight or near straight. One area where we hope to see major improvement is in the single-motor Model 3 Highlands range. In our Motor Trend Road Trip range test, the Model 3 standard range fell far short of Tesla's preliminary, and we think conservative EPA-estimated range of 261 miles. Our road trip range test, as a reminder, reflects real-world driving range using 95% of the battery capacity at a constant 70 miles per hour on an out-and-back route, with climate control set to 72 degrees and the headlights, cruise control, and audio system on. In testing, the newest Tesla cleared just 211 miles, 50 miles shy of estimates. And although it charged from 5% to 80% in a reasonable 33 minutes, that 80% charge only equates to about 167 miles of road trip range. While the supercharger network is mostly more reliable than the alternative CCS1, 2024 Tesla Model 3 standard range owners will spend far more time at a charger than those who opt for T. When not tethered to a supercharger or perhaps just closer to home, the Model 3 Highland is a lot of fun to drive and would make a great daily commuter. The single rear motor model won't ever be mistaken for being fast, but the motor is responsive and sports a broad power band, making it leap forward eagerly under your right foot. The Model 3 standard range feels particularly quick around town and at county highway speeds, though its comparative lack of power starts rearing its head on interstates. Pre-refresh Model 3s tended to ride firmly with little performance payoff in the real world, but the new Model 3 is much better balanced than before. Most impacts are dispatched quickly without being transmitted through to the cabin, though the car is still prone to pogoing back and forth on expansion joints. Additionally, some bumps result in a harsh level of suspension strike through, at times feeling like the rear shocks are hitting their bump stops. Better, though, is the controlled body roll the Model 3 exhibits diving into corners in most real-world scenarios, which, coupled with its quick, organic steering and responsive motor, gives the Highland a sporty, everyday feel. That said, if you push the Model 3 hard around an actual road course, excessive body roll rears its head and the fun factor begins to fade.